Like it or not, what do we feel about what A.J. Brown said?
I love it. I knew what he was going to do. I said it when we talked about it before, man. Hey, he hot. He's not contributing to the wins. He want to contribute to the wins. You know what I'm saying? The vets on the team got to go, holler at him, have a drink with him. You know what I'm saying? Chill out. Your time going to come, brother. You remember what we did last year? Woo-de-woo. Go down through there with him, get his spirits back up. Then he react the way he reacted. So it's just fine, man. It's football. It's how the touchdown scores of our league, that's how they gonna act.
But two games from now, and he continues at this getting 10
when
yards. How is he gonna feel then?
He gonna struggle again this week because he gonna have Surtain on his ass.
Yeah.
He gonna struggle. But after that, you got the Giants twice. You got the Vikings defense, but you can get explosive players on the Vikings defense with all that zero coverage and stuff like that. Shit. Then he got the Lions, Packers, Bears. They are middle of the pack defense. Then he got the Cowboys. They the damn worst in the league against the pass. So
yeah, but they shut him out. They did.
They won't shut him out again. They wasn't the worst in the league first game. Now that they in their own heads now, they the worst in the league as of right now. So he'll get it going now. The path is getting easier for him. So I feel like it'll be rough this Sunday. After that, he'll get it going.
Okay.
What was he? He should, when they beat us, he should have been still in that slump.
Hey, he went to work.
I know that was the bad part.
He won the game for real.
Like I get it. Like I always preach that most athletes, it's individual success and then team success, right? And I think people are missing the global part of this. You're happy that he still cares.
Hell yeah.
It's that old saying about a coach. When I stop talking to you, that's when you should, be worried because I gave up on you. So the fact that he still wants the ball shows you he's still mentally in it. Mm-hmm. The moment he stops, you lost him, right? So when he says, all right, I'm good, and he's just running out there doing his routes, he's not looking for the ball, that's when we should be having this problem. The fact that he still wants it, he still wants to be part of winning, it is kind of, it's kind of hard. You're getting paid $25 million and you that dude and you thinking about the next contract and wanting to be amongst your peers and you're not getting the ball. That is frustrating. I don't care who you are, right? If you're a quarterback, if you're a great running back and they're not doing no run plays and it's all passing, you're gonna be frustrated too. Mm-hmm. So I can see why he would be frustrated and it's gonna continue. New offensive coordinator, right?
Yeah, Kevin Patullo.
Trying to figure out what he is.
Yeah.
He got his own mind of how the game is supposed to be played. It's not the old days. It's not what you came into, Philly with.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that they're struggling on offense right now because they hired in-house. Patullo has been there, so I thought they were going to kind of pick up where they left off.
5 years.
Yeah, and I'll say this. I respect A.J. Brown for coming out and apologizing because he didn't have to. That's something that you handle.
Did you think it was an apology? Because I did also. It was apologetic.
Apologetic, and he clarified that tweet wasn't directed towards anybody.
Yeah.
He doesn't owe the public any of that, though. I don't think he needed to do that. That's something, like Aqib said, that you handle in-house. You go up to Hurts. Hey, my bad. You get some of the vets to come over and talk to him, and you handle that within the organization. So I respect that he went out publicly and apologized, or at least addressed it, because he didn't have to. Look, you make a great point. As a wide receiver, you're not judged off of wins and losses. That's the quarterback and the head coach. That's the only people that follows around. That win-loss record is the QB and the head coach. As a receiver, you're judged off of production. You're also paid off of production. Mm-hmm. They're not going to go pay a wide receiver because you're winning games if he's not contributing. He wants to contribute. He wants to be a part of the success, and that's what he's saying right now. So I don't have any issue with it. I love A.J. Brown. I think he's a great football player. He's one of the best receivers in the NFL. He just wants to be recognized as that. He wants the football. I played quarterback for a long time. I've never met a receiver that didn't want the ball. Yeah. I never went to a game until my receiver came out and said, hey, man, I ran a lot of great routes today. I blocked my ass off. That was great. Like, I appreciate it.
I'm good, bro.
Hey, Coach, hey, Cody, I ran a post there. Don't worry about it, but I'm open if you ever want to get to it.
Don't happen.
That shit doesn't happen, man. He wants the ball. He wants to get continue. And for him, he's got the ring. They've got the wins. He wants to be a Hall of Famer. Yeah. He wants to keep getting paid. And you don't become a Hall of Famer because you won rings as a wide receiver. You become a Hall of Famer because of catches and yards and touchdowns. So I don't have a problem with it.
$96 million contract.
I know, but there's also that next contract. And there's also the Hall of Fame, and there's also how you're going to be remembered. And Puka Nakua's putting up big numbers, and Amon-Ra St. Brown's playing well, and the guys around him. I know Chase has a quarterback issue right now in Jettas. They're dealing with some quarterback stuff, but he wants to be recognized as one of the greats. And I get that. You're not a great as a receiver because you won games. That's your quarterback and your head coach. So I have no problem with it.
I love what this man has said repeatedly about wide receivers because your whole life revolved around shutting them down. Biggest divas in sports.
That's it.
Crazy divas, irrational divas, delusional divas. And the reason they are is that they see themselves, thanks to social media, as NBA caliber stars, that they're viral highlights waiting to happen. So here's the problem with the position they play. It's the all-time dependent position because they can't control their fate at all.
No.
You can control their fate, but they can't. But circumstances can control their fate because if you double them every time, if you triple them sometimes, if you just box them and just say, you can't have the football, then they can't get the football because it's suicide to try to force it into triple coverage. And somebody somewhere is wide open and the ball's going elsewhere. Maybe they're running the ball effectively like last year with Saquon. He averaged 125 a game. Right now he's at 59, which I don't know, that's like crazy to me.
Yeah, it is.
But if you're running at 125 a clip, you're going to get the football and they're going to flip you the football quite a bit also. So to take it to the NBA, I looked up your career, your 3 All-Star seasons in Washington on shots per game. So you averaged 19 and 21 and 21, and it ranked in the league 8th and 4th and 3rd in the league. So that's your top 10 in shots attempted. Because you can, because there's only 5 guys on the court, and there's 1 basketball, and you're going to be able to get a hold of the basketball often enough to get up 21 shots a game, which is, it makes you feel pretty good. Maybe you'll have an off night and miss too many of them, but that's on you. But you're going to get your chances to star, right?
Yep.
In this case, if you're getting sacked, if you can't get rid of the football, he's not going to get the football. He can't control that. So if the offensive line is bad, he's not going to get the football. Now, to him and Jalen, I'm just telling you something is wrong between the two of them. And it's been wrong for a long time because they had a big off-the-field thing going way back to 2 years ago. And I was told from an insider, they sorted it out and figured it out. But once it goes wrong, you know and I know that deep down, they don't connect. There's no love there. But Jalen, I went back and looked at the game at Tampa. He went 0 for 8 in the second half.
He did.
And I looked at the throws to AJ. They were horrible. I mean, truly horrible. Like
He forced it to him, too.
just misfired. No. And sometimes I think he misfired because he thought,
purpose.
this is a force and this is dangerous, and I'm just going to really throw this 5 yards over his head because I don't love it anyway, but at least I gave him a target. But the bottom line to this whole discussion is that when I look at what they did in the second half when they had to against your team, my God, it was explosive because they go, Jalen threw for 209 in the second half. That works, right? Yeah, he looked deadly accurate to me. And AJ, just in the second half alone against a pretty good Rams defense, I'll go very good Rams defense, he catches 6 balls for 109 yards. So desperate times, desperate measures. They had to do that. But they also showed you we can, if we have to, we can do that. So when I look at the total targets for the year, last year AJ led in targets, but Devonta led in catches. So it's like not a great connection. This year so far, AJ still has 28 targets to Devonta's 20, but catches are flipped, 14 to 17 for Devonta. So somehow, maybe because of double coverage, maybe Devontae singled more.
He is.
That it's just an easier throw for Jalen to find Devontae than AJ, right? Okay, but they're 4-0, and we can talk about whether they're going to beat your Denver Broncos.
And they beat good teams, too.
They did.
They beat great teams. They beat the Rams, Kansas City. I mean, they beat Buccaneers.
All right, and the last thing.
Because we didn't get beat first.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
You know,
They got lucky. They got lucky. All right.
And the last thing I'll say about AJ is that, remember last year in the wild card game at home, He's sitting on the bench reading a book.
yeah.
During the wild card
Yeah,
game against Green Bay, he's reading a book because in that game he got 3 targets and had 1 catch for 10 yards. And he's sitting over there reading a book called Inner Excellence, like for all the cameras to see, because he knows that the cameras are going to. He's reading a book. He's bored. You guys go do that. I'll do this. And they won 22-10 that day. So you can't beef about that. You know, you can't complain about that because you won a playoff game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I look at what happened yesterday, that thing that he posted, it's off a Bible verse in Mark, and it's very paraphrased, but that's a trade demand to me. Seriously, that was a trade demand. I mean, if I can get biblical just for a second, the Bible verse in question is Mark 6:11, and forgive me, I'm going to go a little Bible here, but it's Jesus saying to the disciples, if you go to a town and they don't welcome you and they don't want to listen to you and they reject your message, then just stamp the dirt off your sandals and go to the next town.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what he's saying in his post. It was real paraphrased. It wasn't the exact verse, but he's just saying, just stamp the dirt off your feet and go somewhere else because they're not welcoming me, right? Well, I'm sorry, he said that wasn't about the Eagles. It was about the Eagles, but he said, I let my frustration boil over like they all do, right? Okay, so yesterday, I loved everything he said, except that wasn't about the Eagles. Because he said all the right things, and he said, I love it in Philadelphia, and I want to be here. I just want to help. Because he said, when the game's on the line, I want the football. I believe that. And when the game
should.
Well, and when the game was on the line against you guys,
Who got the
there
ball?
was no doubt about it.
Exactly.
Right?
So,
Okay.
just got to live with that role, man.
Yeah.
He don't want that role, but
No.
with a team where you got a Devonta, a Saquon, you got guys everywhere.
Yeah.
Bro, everybody can't get all the targets. You
Yeah.
got to live with that role. So if you want to be here, that's going to be your role.
And that's it. For me, looking, I'm neutral party here, right? It's you got the point guard versus shooting guard, right? He's the shooting guard, right? He's the flamboyant one. He's the one that's going to make all the acrobatic plays. If you don't have a connection with your point guard, he can ice you out.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
Right?
Yeah.
And the more he bitches, the more you're willing to look the other way.
Right.
And you said that they had the argument about 2 years ago. Now, if you look at someone like Jalen, the point is, you can bitch all you want. We can win without you. And it seems like that's what he's showing. We can win without you. We won a championship. You was bitter. We won it. We're 4-0. We haven't really got you the ball. We're 4-0. Right? So either you get on this train or you get the fuck off because we're showing you that we're winning.
Yeah.
And I think that's where this is. This is about these two guys. And I always say, man, look, if you're a receiver, your best friend has to be the quarterback. That has to be your best friend.
Yeah.
Like Super Bowl rings and all that, the first person you're thinking is the quarterback. When T.O. said, my quarterback, I get it. I understand it. Because the more he defends the quarterback, the more the quarterback wants to
Give him the ball.
give him the ball. Right? Them Rolexes get bought, the first one is going to the quarterback. Right? That's the quarterback, he's going to get who? The lineman. Right? There's pecking orders, and it just seems like those two are not on the same page. Right? And when Jalen is passing, it seems like he's passing just to shut him up. Right? It's like, I'm just, because he seems like one of those guys is, if I get a bunch of passes and I show you I'm getting them 106s, I'm going to be in that mother like, yo, told you.
And if
You come my way.
And if AJ was the only person like in the league who does this, then I like agree with you. But it's all of them.
Yeah.
It's every single one of them, bro. That's what. So you
divas.
can't say their relationship is bad. So every receiver and every number one receiver in the league got a bad relationship with his quarterback. No, that's just when they not getting the ball, that's just how they act, bro. That's how they react to it. So you just calm them down. Hey, what? Relax. It's gonna be another game after the Rams game. He was happy as hell in the locker room.
Yeah, happy,
You know
of
what I'm
course.
saying?
Yeah.
So you just wait till another game like that happens. He just being AJ, just being AJ. They just used to it, bro. I've seen it so many times, bro. I've seen it on every team I've been a part of. The number one receiver mad, he ball, he happy. We win, he don't do shit, he don't come out with us.
Every single team.
Hey, he ball, we win, he out popping bottles with us. You know what I'm saying? So it's just what they do.
As a quarterback, what's your mindset when you got a guy that's just nagging the shit out of you?
I'm not worried about it until he takes a shot.
Okay.
If he says specifically, my quarterback is trash, which I don't think A.J. Brown would ever do.
I don't either.
But until he calls him out personally, I have no issue with it. As a quarterback, dap him up. Hey, I got you, man. We're working. Because you've got
You
so
want to
many
get
other
him the
things
ball
going on.
more when he's complaining or less?
But
I don't care.
You're
But
like-
he can't dictate that. He could watch the film with him after and say, look, bro, look.
Yeah.
Can I throw it to you right here?
No.
I'm double.
But you've also got,
Next
as a
play, can I throw it
quarterback,
to you right here? No, I'm double.
If I
You can
start-
show him.
But
I
a
can't
great-
throw it
if I
to
start
him.
living in that world as a quarterback, I'm in trouble. Because I've got 5 offensive linemen to worry about. I've got a running back to worry about. I got other receivers to worry about. And on top of that, I got to figure out what the hell the defense is doing every play. I can't just sit there and go, get A.J. the ball. Get A.J. the ball. Now, I can have, okay, it's man-to-man, cover one, and you're taught as a quarterback through progression, pick your best matchup. It's 1-to-1, look the safety off, work your best matchup. There's going to be times when he can do that, but to Keith's point, you can't force-feed the football to A.J. Brown, or else you're going to hurt the rest of your team. But I will say this. I disagree with you guys a little bit. I don't – if this was the first time that A.J. Brown has been having an issue with Jalen Hurts, then I'd be worried. But since he's been in Philly, they've gone to 2 Super Bowls. They've won 1. He's had over 1,000 yards every single season.
Right.
He has 26 combined touchdowns. And what was it, 2 years ago, 2023, when they were beefing?
Yeah.
He had 106 catches that year for
Went
1,500
crazy.
yards and 7 touchdowns. That was one of the best in the league. 106 catches the year that he's pissed at Jalen Hurts. So I'm not worried about it, man.
At
He's
all,
having
bro.
production. That's nothing to worry about. I am worried a little bit, though. I will be honest about Kevin Patullo in this offense, right? That they're struggling. If Saquon was rolling, I'd feel a little bit better. Maybe if they had the
Nobody's
offense
rolling.
going. I mean, they're 30th in total offense. They're 31st in passing offense. You can get away with it for a while.
Right.
You can win some of these games, but at some point, that's going to bite you in the ass. You can't live
Right.
and die by that every week, especially when teams start hitting their stride towards the end of the
But
season.
you say you're not worried about it, but they are 4-0 and he is pissed. You have to worry about that. I'm sorry.
no.
That's just human nature. Like you're literally playing a game where the success is not being received by everyone, right? Because at the end of the day, he only really cares about himself, right? If he's balling and we're losing, he's happy. If we're balling and we're winning, of course he's happy. But obviously we can see if we're winning and he's not balling, he's upset.
Right.
So that's the part that comes in. Well, everybody else is like, yo, hey, remember we winning, man. What's going on, man? Saquon ain't, he 59 yards. He's still happy. He's still. Hey.
Saquon pissed too.
I don't
But
think
I don't know.
Yeah,
he ain't
no,
pissed because he ain't getting. He pissed because he ain't getting through that line.
Exactly.
And I think
But he getting.
But that's on
I think
him.
right now,
That's
though,
on him.
I think right now, though, I don't think
CeeDee Lamb.
A.J. Brown, and look, this is all speculation.
CeeDee Lamb. Just put me.
Throw that thing.
back.
This is all
Put me at running
speculation.
Put me at running back, bro. Give me a
Put me
toe.
at running back. Let me try this shit
Yeah,
out.
no, that was a terrible idea.
God, no.
No, don't
That
do
was-
that. Don't do that.
that was
Don't do
fucking
that.
horrible.
But this is all speculation. I'm not in their locker room. But I don't think right now, I'm getting the vibe that A.J. Brown isn't pissed at Jalen Hurts. I'm getting the vibe that everyone's kind of pissed at Kevin Patullo. I feel like they don't fully trust his play calling. He's not putting them in
probably right.
positions to win.
And that could lead to
And
some issues.
you know, what do you do? All right, if I'm a quarterback, if I'm an OC going into the game and A.J. Brown's not getting the ball, get him a screen. Get him a little now route, which is a one-step, get him the ball in his hands. Just let him feel it a little bit. Let him touch the pigskin, pick up a couple yards. That's not going to hurt you. Do it on 1st and 2nd down. Don't do it on 3rd and long when you're behind the chains. Give him a couple screens, give him a couple looks here and there, maybe a slant. If we get one-on-one, you always have as a quarterback that option to change the play. Go 3-by-1, put A.J. at X, we walk up, we got safety rotation left. Hey, give me a little slant route, right? Give me a
So
little
now
fade
because
route.
he's a
Give me a
diva-
fade
Sound
over-
easy,
You
bro.
can-
Yeah,
I'm
but now
telling
because
you.
he's a diva, you're going to coddle him. Oh, we got
No,
to give him a couple
that's within your
slants. Gotta
option.
give him a
We
couple
played-
What
screens.
sport are y'all in?
That's
When we
within
played
the
guys
offense.
like AJ, bro, when I was in New England, when I was with Wade, we played guys like AJ. You're not balling today. We're making it a point that AJ is not balling today.
But he's been balling for the last 3
They're gonna
years,
put
is what
leave
I'm
on.
saying.
That's what I'm saying. He's still going to do his numbers.
Yeah.
But you can't force it to him.
Can't force
It
it.
ain't.
No,
And then
but
the
it's
offense
not-
is
it's
not
not
going to look the
forcing
same. When you the champs, bro, it's not going to look like it looked last year. Everybody spent the whole March through April. Everybody took a month and watched your shit all year long. We're going to make sure the Eagles don't come out and do what they did on us last year. Don't come out and do what they did on the entire league last year. So long as we 4-0, while we figuring out what we got to do different, how we block shit up different, we 4-0, we in a great spot right now. You know what I'm saying? And I think you feel like everybody's frowning upon the OC. Shit, I feel like we tripping. The building is straight. They're like, we 4-0.
Yeah.
We not playing our best, and we still fucking 4-0. We figuring out we got to switch shit up a little bit. While we switching it up, we 4-0. You know what I'm saying? Let
Yeah.
the media do what they do. We in here, we cool.
Yeah, and I'm not saying force feed him the football. I'm saying in advantageous situations, you can, as Jalen Hurts, know, all right, I got a one-on-one. I'm not going to get a ton of these. give him a slant, give him a fade, screen. I don't care if it's cover 2, I don't care if they have cloud, there's multiple guys over there. You can still get a tunnel screen where he takes one step, comes across, you got your tackle and your guard leading up, and you have another receiver. You can force him that type of ball and not hurt your defense or hurt your offense and put you in a bad situation. So, no, I'm not saying force him the football in the double and triple coverage, but you can work within the scheme to get him his touches early on and get him involved in the game plan.
See, I think I would have been a quarterback.
Okay.
I didn't like that. See, you think defense out. You think aggressiveness.
You would have been a quarterback.
You too aggressive.
Don't play offense.
Yeah.
Because on offense, you got to worry about too many people.
Yeah,
It's like
you do.
I said,
do.
on defense, look, I could be on the sorriest team in the league, right? And I could be the best person on the field.
You could.
You know what I'm saying? I could follow around your best receiver. We been getting blown out 60-0, but they talking about leave in the box because I strapped this boy. He got 0 catches.
Yep.
Play corner, bro. You control your own destiny.
It's so
You
easy.
control
Play
your own
corner.
destiny, baby.
You don't want
the
that.
second
You don't
hardest
worry about
shit.
It's
I
like
just do my thing.
That's the second hardest position on the
No, but
field.
it's like
I know.
hearing football talk is like the element of human behavior just goes out of the window, right? At some point, if he's not getting the ball, that means he's not running his routes hard, right? He's
if he's double strapped,
because if
it's
I can
hard.
see him not running his route hard, we know you have to go that way. Just like my big man, if I don't get the big man the ball, at some point he's not going to set the screens hard. He's not going to play no fucking defense. So I do at some point have to give up shots to get him these little plays where he can score and feel happy about himself. So at some point, what he's complaining about, you have to do. I have to give him the ball a couple times here. I got to try to see if I can, these plays where I can force or try something so he can feel like he's a part of it. Even if he doesn't catch it. Because if he don't, and I'm not looking that way, like you're doubled, at some point he's going to stop running these routes, and then that's going to put more pressure on there. It's going to put more pressure
But we
on there.
magnify him not getting the ball because what was his numbers last year?
The last 3 years, he's had over 1,000. He had 1,000 last year,
the ball. It's not like he's not getting the ball.
Yeah, last year.
Last
He
year,
just- when he don't get the ball,
last year was his
when he don't get the ball, he's like, Everybody
year-
want to make a big deal out of it, but I'm saying it's no
Saquon
big
had all
deal.
the ball.
Because he get the ball. You can't have 1,000 yards and not get the ball.
Yeah,
It's
no,
impossible.
no,
No, it's a big deal because I guess just like a shooting guard, we open every single time.
Yeah.
Every time.
So I understand the frustration on both sides. Me wanting the ball and me hearing somebody like, yo, you're not open, dog. I can hear why he argues so.
But this is so what I'm talking about from a game plan standpoint. We have protected plays and GCPs, guaranteed completions is what we call them. That's what I'm saying. Protected play is a screen. Get them a screen to where I know it's not going to hurt the defense. Unless they're impressed, maybe, okay, you can check out of it. But 99 times out of 100, I can get them a little screen ball to where you can run a tunnel screen. If the DB's off 5 to 6 yards, guaranteed completion. Hey, give me a now route, which is a one-step, get it to him, and let him make a play. You can do that within the offense, but also, Gil, to your point, it's not necessarily that A.J. Brown isn't running hard, and it's not that they're not getting the ball. As a quarterback, everything is determined by what the defense does. It's unless you have like a guaranteed completion, like I mentioned, like you have full progression plays. So I'm going 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. Predetermined and determined after the snap by the defense. You also have mirrored routes to where it's curl flats, slant flats, right? You got to go away from safety. You got to work if it's too high, pick a side, 1 to 2 to back. There's so many things that you have to do within the offense that is determined by what the defense is doing. And you can't just say, okay, and Aqib knows, defenses know where the hell is 11 at? Because we're going to play towards him. As a quarterback, you can't just go out there and go, all right, I'm going to force him a ball if it's cover 2 cloud or they're playing cover 6 and I've got Devonta with off coverage and they're cloud and AJ. I got to work left. There's so many times.
Even if you got a guaranteed completion play call and you're going to throw him a tunnel screen, if I come up and press him, you're going to still throw that tunnel screen?
No, that's where you got to check.
Yeah, you're going to check out of that shit.
But you got to know.
Because you're not going to block me, bro. You're going to check out of that shit. So it's just hard to get him the ball. If teams want to take him away, they could take him away. If they take him away, you got Devonta on the other side. Let's just go win the game.
Yeah.
And we'll deal with AJ. We know he's going to have 1,000 yards by the end of the year. We'll deal with him with his little rant real quick. It's no big deal. He's okay. The Eagles are okay.
Like now, there's a receiver himself. Everything he's guarded.
Never.
He always thinks he's open. So you can say, we're going to go away from you because we did this check down. To him, I don't give a fuck what they did. I'm always open.
Right.
And a great receiver, great anybody, always thinks they're open. Give me the ball. So if we did 50 plays, in my mind, I wanted all 50.
Yeah.
Right? But, if you gave
But they're not the one taking down the interception on their stats.
I get it. But you still look my way. Like, even if it's like, okay, I seen you, and go the other, look this way. Sometimes, like, a receiver's running, and you ain't even look. that would piss me. You didn't even look.
Yeah, but A.J. Brown's a smart receiver. Like, he's frustrated because he's not getting the ball probably in these situations where he can. He understands, right, if I'm running a go ball and it's cloud coverage, unless I'm hitting a hole shot, you're not coming to me. You're going to work the middle of the field. He understands if it's two-man, right, and I've got an in cut and the safety's over the top and they're playing hard inside, like, I'm not getting the ball in this. He understands that. He's not sitting there thinking, throw me it every single time. Where the frustration comes in when you watch the film, there are times when it's man-to-man or he has the look that he wants, he's not getting the football or they're not hitting it. And Jalen Hurts is off right now where he doesn't have the time to hit it.
Yeah.
I think the bigger picture, though, with all this is they have to get Saquon going. They have to get the run game going because that's not a threat right now, and they can play all these coverages, these defense they're facing on the outside because they're not worried like they have been about Saquon Barkley. They got to get that going to open up some of the
Speaking of
passes.
that, Aqib, I assume you think your Broncos are going to go into Philadelphia and win this game.
Check my nose, Skip.
Check the notes.
Get through the
Check
curveball.
my nose, man.
Gotta look at the notes.
I think they do.
Yeah,
I think the
what I
Broncos
thought.
go get it done now. The Eagles on a
Really?
10-game win streak. You know what I'm saying? The Jalen Hurts is on 18-game win streak. And we got the streak breaker, baby. Hey, Sean Payton has been the streak breaker.
He has.
Since he been in Denver. He
Yep.
broke the 16-game losing streak we had against the Chiefs. He broke the 8-game losing streak we had against the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? So defense and run game travel. The Broncos 5th in the league running that ball. And they top 10 in the league in defense. They second in points. You know what I'm saying? They don't give up points. So defense and run game travel. I think it's just a good matchup. It's a good matchup for the Broncos. You know what I'm saying? I think they got what it takes. I know it's a road game.
And apparently, quote unquote, Bo Nix is going to pass Jalen Hurts. And,
Hey, this a huge game
In the
for Bo.
elite.
It's a huge game for Sean. It's a huge game for that defense. You know what I'm saying? So the streak gonna come to an end soon. Guys don't just win 18 and 19 and 20 games straight as a quarterback. You almost don't even want to win that many. You wanted to get this L out the way, then we can start it over again. So the streak is coming to an end very soon. I think the Broncos and Bo get it done.
I got a question. Listen,
Okay.
we know Hurts don't pass the ball like that.
But he do.
He does.
He can.
If he had a slinger, right? If he had a slinger like Patrick Mahomes and how Patrick Mahomes plays,
Right.
will he have better catches? Will he be targeted more?
No.
Yeah, again, it depends. Are you saying on the same team he's on right now?
Same team, you
if he
just
threw
switch
Mahomes
those two quarterbacks out since we know
No,
one is a safer.
I don't think so.
One
I
is a
don't-
safer
because I think-
quarterback.
Now we gonna crank it up
I
even
think
more.
he
They
would
got
get less-
Patrick
yeah,
Mahomes.
I think he would get less
Oh
touches.
shit, you gonna get less touches. We
Yeah.
gotta
I think
defend
they
him
would
even
focus-
more. They kind of say, oh, Jalen can't throw that good. Maybe we might leave him every once in a while.
Yeah.
With Patty, we never gonna fucking leave him by itself.
Okay.
I think the defenses would be more pass focused than they would stopping Saquon if you have Mahomes in there.
So they man, now that's disheartening.
Yeah.
I mean, just be honest. As a
He's like,
receiver,
what?
you're focused more on stopping him, and you still ain't giving me the fucking ball.
I mean, if it's complete hypothetical, the best thing for a receiver like that, and it's not always true, but go to a team to where you're the star. You're the only guy that's a weapon on offense. You know, they might take you out of the game plan, but they're going to force feed you 15 targets that game or 10 targets. They're going to get you
I think
the
the
football.
best thing is the situation he in right now.
Yeah.
Because once Devonta start cooking, now coach gonna be like, all right, we playing man and safety lean to AJ. If he start cooking, hey, Leave, you gotta stand the fuck up. Hey, go to the middle. Go to the middle and play it honest now. You know what I'm saying? We can't really double him because now he getting cooked. We gotta play it honest now. You know what I'm saying? So I think he in the best situation. You got a 1B over there. Let that 1B start eating, then you'll see your one-on-one.
And Gil, just so you know, A.J. Brown's
Man.
Instagram handle is always open. That's his
think, yeah,
handle.
probably.
Man, they all
On
always
Instagram,
open, man.
always open.
See that?
He's so
Man.
confident.
Who you like, Skip?
You're like a side chick. I mean, it's like a side chick then. I don't want to be the number one dude. I want to be the side dude.
Hey.
Yeah, because they get all the fun.
Hey.
I don't get the headaches of the double. I just get the,
Yeah.
I get it on target. I get to eat.
I think that's a good point. You do want to have a solid number two, but it's when you have a 1A, 1B, it's tough because they're trying to get him the ball also, and that's what Devonta Smith did. It's almost better to have a 1 and then a true 2 that can step up when they need to, and then the defense goes, okay, maybe I do got to worry about this guy a little bit. But I agree. He is in a great situation. He's been doing it. The stats back it up, but yeah.
So, Aqib,
it's
Yeah.
tough.
as usual, I disagree with you. Philly is going to win this game the way they always do. It'll be 20-17 home team. That's just how they.
Oh, yeah. You got them winning by 3?
That's how they do business.
I got the Broncos winning
They
by
just figure out how to make that play that wins that game. Bo Nix will be over his head against this defense.
Ooh.
and this coordinator, Fangio, will have, the former Denver coach, will have Bo Nix's number in this game. He'll have a long, hard game because everybody does against these guys. And the Rams had a long, hard second half against these guys when they finally said, okay, that's enough.
Because their corners was trash.
Whose corners were?
The Rams. They got
really
bad
think they're
corners.
Trash? I
They
wouldn't go
don't have
trash.
top corners. That's what the Rams don't have.
Yeah.
If the Rams had corners, they'd probably be 4-0 right now. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a Pat. They don't have a guy where
No,
we
they
can
don't
keep
have
on
that.
getting
Why,
that
they're gonna
pressure.
lose tonight?
And Pat ain't gonna get no help. That free safety gonna be right in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Pat gonna have AJ, and then we'll see how that go.
Yeah. You want to break the tie?
On who's going to win?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles. I'm going 24-20. I do think it's going to be a tough game, though. I think it's going to be close. The Broncos are 2-2, but that schedule that record, don't let it fool you, because
Right.
that game against the Colts, they should have won.
That was a dub.
Colts missed a 60-yarder, then they got a 15-yard penalty. The Broncos did.
Yeah.
They got a second try. They make it. The game against the Chargers, Justin Herbert did a hell of a job coming back in that game, but Bo Nix missed so many opportunities at the end of the game. And on that last drive, they go 3 and out. He had Cortland Sutton down the sideline just off his fingertips. If he catches
About
that,
half a yard.
we milk the clock, we kick a field goal. Now, you never know. It's the NFL. They could have blocked it. Something could have happened. But if they make that catch right there and they connect, they go and win that game. And Bo Nix, he's playing good right now. He's decent. He's getting a little bit better. But I'm not worried about Bo Nix. He's coming off of his best game of the year, had over 300 yards passing, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Did have that bad interception on 4th and goal down by the goal line.
Yeah.
But if you remember last year, Bo Nix's first 9 games, he had 8 touchdowns and 6 interceptions.
Yeah.
And was struggling a little bit, kind of finding himself. Those last 9 games, he had 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions,
Turn it on,
and
baby.
led a crazy playoff run.
He did.
Ended up losing to the Bills, but he led them to the playoffs for the first time since they won a Super Bowl with my man Aqib over there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I am worried a little bit for the Eagles in this game. I think Vic Fangio is going to have his hands full. Another thing that worries me, Skip, I
Yeah.
don't know if you heard this, but Fangio said in the press conference, he said, Bo Nix reminds me of Baker Mayfield. He said he could be Baker Mayfield's younger brother the way that he plays. Baker threw for 220 in the second half against the Eagles
He did.
the other day. So that would worry me a little bit if I'm an Eagles fan, but I still think with all the struggles on offense that they got to get things going this week. But again, they're winning games and they're finding a way to get the job done without their best players. I think that's more impressive than if the guys are playing great and they're losing games. They're still finding ways to win. I think they do it this week. I think they get the dub, and it's going to be 24-20.
Okay.
I had 24-22.
But with the Broncos, right?
You said 24-20?
I think you're blinded by your Super Bowl ring.
Oh,
Like I want to go against. I do want to go against
Okay.
the Eagles just to do it because.
let me put my order in for my Bo Nix. Coming Bo Nix
Hey, I
on
will
Monday.
say
Oh,
though,
Nick's jersey on.
Let me get a Bo Nix
Denver
jersey for Monday.
For
That Denver
Monday?
defense is for real. That's
Oh,
a
they
top 10
real.
defense. That's a
They
legit.
real. They don't
But
give
you
up
got the
points.
Eagles?
They're top 3 in
Yeah, I
scoring.
just want at
The
this
Eagles.
point. I just want everybody to get their field goal blocked. It's a personal thing to me. I'm just being honest with you. It's just one of those things. Like it's the 20 is
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, 1 field goal block. You get the
Okay, Aqib, you're outnumbered. But let's move on. Okay, so the Browns, they finally benched Skip's